Jungle.
Part 1 of this particular topic in the previous video, you came across certain aspect of congruent triangle and how the congruency is symbolically represented. You saw that. You also found that congruence means these two triangles which are congruent, they will be exactly alike. Second aspect you understood was about correspondence. When we say triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, it also means that AB, the side, will be congruent to DE, and BC will be congruent to EF, and AC will be congruent to DF. That also we found and proved last time. If it is another way, the correspondence won't happen. That means the vertex A must be correspondent with D, then the same way with B with E, C with F. Else the correspondence, if not correct, then the congruent triangles naming will become a big mistake. So my dear students, congruence and correspondent sides or correspondence of two triangles go together. For example, in this case, if you name the triangle ABD, this case, then you should name the other triangle as triangle ACD. No other way left. On the other, if you're naming the first triangle as ADB this way, then you should name the other triangle as ADC, because the sides AC, AD in this case, AD in this case are common sides taken, and then you are saying about the other two sides. Understood? So that congruency is going along with corresponding sides, corresponding vertex. Please remember that. That was the first video. That's why I wrote it here roughly. But the new thing what you are going to do is, when we combine the congruency with the correspondence, we can develop some test of congruence of triangle, because we have learned how to construct a triangle. We also know the three specific parts of a triangle, such as the sides, angle and vertex. So by checking or by verifying, we can we can surely say that whether the triangles are congruent. For that we need at least three factors congruent with each other. So taking that into consideration, we have developed certain verification system which we call as test of congruence, and the first one for you is two sides and included angle of one triangle if congruent with the corresponding sides and included angle of other triangle, they will be congruent. That means here we are comparing the triangle, checking the congruency of two sides and included angle. For that I need triangle. Let me draw triangle for that sake. While drawing triangle, I should take care that it should be congruent, but at the same time it should have the capacity to prove the or to approve the verification test. Suppose that I am drawing roughly a triangle here. For example, if I am drawing a triangle A, B and C here, I'll draw a triangle. Okay. Now I need to draw another triangle where I am drawing the triangle in such a way that here it is one side, here it is other side, and here it is the third side. Now, roughly drawn, not by measure, and I am naming this triangle as A, then B here and C here, L here, M here and N here, and I declare that these two triangles can be named as triangle ABC and triangle LMN. From this we should conclude that the length of AB, if equal to the length of LM, you will mark it like this. And if length of BC if equal to the length of MN, we will mark it like this to say that they are congruent. And if this angle B and angle M and its measure, if we measure it, if found to be equal, we can mark M also in the same way. That means two sides and included angle. Two sides and included angle of these two triangles, triangle ABC and triangle LMN, if congruent, if overlap each other, if one plays around the other, then we would say that triangle ABC is congruent with triangle LMN. Understood? Because these two sides are, this side congruent to this side congruent to this. That the length is fixed. This angle is congruent, this angle. If length is fixed and the included angle is fixed, there is no other way. The third side also will be automatically fixed. Because when angle fixed, the span is fixed. Angle is the span of the angle, two rays. And if the length is fixed, naturally the third side will be fixed. That means all three sides are congruent with each other. So naturally the triangles will be congruent. This is one of the test. One of the test. What you have to do? You have to draw a triangle with the two sides and its included angle congruent with each other, and connect to the third side. This I can say as third side here in this case, and try to cut that triangle and place it on the other. Then you will understand that they are congruent. Copy to the tracing paper and place it on one on the other. Okay, that is a practical way of proving it. Okay, let me go ahead. Next test of congruence is three corresponding sides. This is one of the easiest, at least to understand, easy test of congruence, where it is said that the three corresponding sides are congruent with each other. If I think of drawing a triangle, I just have to copy the triangle to become similar. But if I draw like this as an experiment, I am doing it 6 centimeter one side, 7 centimeter on the other side, and I am simply connecting it here. It is 11.5 centimeter. A triangle is formed, roughly measured, simply. And if I have one more triangle with the sides equal to this, so naturally it will be a congruent triangle. To draw that, you should know the angle between here, all the angle. If you know, then only you can draw like that. But I am not going to that. Instead of that, I can simply digitally copy this and create a copy of this and rotate it like this. And I can say that these two are having sides congruent. If I name this triangle as P, Q and R, understood? PR, and if I write here X, Y, Z, I can say that P is I made corresponding with the X, Q is in correspondence with Y, and R is having correspondence with Z. I can also say that these two triangles are congruent because their sides are congruent. How will I show that? PQ congruent with XY, QR congruent with YZ, and PR congruent with XZ. This way the congruence would be, and this way the correspondence would be. Understood? This type of showing the congruence of two triangles by showing the congruency of three sides named as SSS test of congruency. Very simple, easy to understand. Okay. The test is named as Aas test. Two angles and sides, their included sides. So two angles will be including a common side. That's the sense of it. For that I should draw first of all a triangle having particular measure for its angle. So I am trying to draw a triangle here now. Let me draw a triangle first. Let this be one side of it, and I need to draw, this is the side which I am considering, so I will have a measure of it, for example approximate 8 centimeter. Okay, now I need to draw two angles which will include this side. This is a side of a triangle which I can say XY 8 centimeter. I am trying to do it for you. Then I can, if required, I can take a protractor from here which is available and draw a measured angle, for example. If I am drawing an angle here, I need to rotate this. In such a way that if I take a 60 degree over here, an angle here, and I should also consider what way I should have this side angle. Let that be 50 degree. I will change the color to green so that I will detect this is for the other side. Okay. Just experimenting. I know that I am taking time, but there is no other way. If you have to draw a triangle, measured triangle having particular measure, there is no other way left. And now I have to connect this. I can connect it easily. Simply from X, I have to draw a line passing through this 60 degree, it is red wala. Then another from here passing through this green wala. That means at this point we know that this XY, I can mark this as Z. Triangle formed. And I also know that this is 60 degree and this is 50 degree. And if I draw another triangle in the same manner, I'm doing an activity like here I am drawing a line here. Earlier it was 8 centimeter, same 8 centimeter. Okay, and I am naming this as EF 8 centimeter, and using this protractor I am trying to mark a 60 degree here, approximately. Slight difference can be very slight, and here it is 50 degree for the other side. Now, as earlier I did, from here through 60 degree marking, degree through here, okay, and another 50 degree through here. So now I got a triangle, and I can write this as EFG, suppose. These two triangles must be congruent. Here it is 60 degree and here it is 50 degree. Now these two triangles are congruent. This is angle, this is one angle, this is side, this is another angle. Angle 60, side 80 centimeter and another angle 50. Both are congruent, and there is no other way left than these two triangles to be congruent. Let me try whether I can make use of the digital here to prove that. Let me just a trial. I am just experimenting like you, if possible or not. Just experimenting whether both are matching here. So this is not possible in a classroom, but in a digital classroom like this is supposed to see. Very good. I succeed. These two triangles are congruent. How it is congruent? Because angle, side, angle test. Two angles and the side included are congruent. So the triangles are congruent. Understood? We are moving to the next category or next type of test of congruence, which is named as Aas test or SAA test. As the name indicates, angle side test. I am trying to draw a triangle to prove Aas test. Naturally, okay, let there be a triangle of my choice. Here is a triangle of my choice. And I am going to give you some suppositions here. Suppose that this angle is equal to, approximately, not to accurate one, suppose that this angle is equal to 70 degree and this angle is equal to approximately 25 degree, approximately, don't think about much. Then total became 95 degree, correct? Naturally, the third angle will be 180 degree minus 95 degree, correct? Which is equal to 95 plus 5, 180. Right? So the three angles of this triangle is fixed just by giving two angles. If two angles are given, third angle is fixed. And if two angles and any of the side is given, 100% fixed. So Aas test is such that two angles and any one of the side of a triangle is congruent with the corresponding two angles and sides of another triangle. They both will be congruent, because it is damn sure that the total of a triangle is 180 degree, and total sum of the angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So naturally it will be automatically fixing the third angle, and thereby we will be getting the answer correct. So that principle is used in the concept of what we say, in the concept of Aas test. Okay. So if two angles, they if two angles and then a side adjacent to that any one of the angle, adjacent means in touch with, adjacent to any one of those two angles are congruent with corresponding parts of the other triangle, then we will be simply call this condition, just like as we studied before, as Aas test. So by default that is fulfilled, hence the existence of this particular Aas test or Saa test is also justified. Okay, we will move ahead. This is the last congruence test, which is named as hypotenuse side test for a right angled triangle. That means this test is applicable only for right angled triangle. A right angled triangle means the angle will be like this in the case of this triangle. So I am drawing a triangle having right angle as well as one of the side equal to 6 and the other side 6.6 centimeter. Just I am telling as the information is given. So the right angle is there, and for the triangle means you need one more side for it. If I have a right angled triangle having one side 6 centimeter and other side, leave it aside, and hypotenuse equal to, for example, this hypotenuse is of 8.7 centimeter, right, 8.7 centimeter. So a right angle triangle is formed. If I draw one more right angled triangle where the hypotenuse is same, I am just attempting whether it is experimentally possible on screen, 8.7 centimeter, and right angle, this is hypotenuse which I have drawn already, and the right angle is in such a way that one side is congruent in the sense that as it was 6.6 and the other side is 6 centimeter. See, automatically it matches, and these two triangles will become congruent. What is congruent here? We found that while drawing, only possible in my case. I mean, I am having a digital drawing measurement system here. That's why this was 8.7. We made 8.7 here. The hypotenuse common, and it is right angle. That is common. And this side is 6 centimeter, the other one is 6.6. This is what happened. So here also we found that 6.6 and 6 centimeter, and these two triangles are congruent. We can check the congruency of these two triangles in the digital world in a very different way. If I carry this triangle here and try to turn the triangle in such a way that can I place it? Not possible. I am trying whether I can place it or not. No, not possible. So leave it aside. We will see that the sides are congruent when this 6.6 is matching, this 6 is matching, and 8.7 is drawn by us, that is also matching. We will see that the matching of it. So all these three sides are perfectly matching, means these two are congruent triangle. These two are congruent triangle. What is congruent here? Hypotenuse is congruent, the opposite vertex, what is called the right angle, is congruent, and one of the side congruent means automatically the other side is also congruent. This is one of the special case of a right angled triangle, applicable only for right angled triangle. If two right angled triangles are there, if hypotenuse of them are congruent and one of the side is congruent, the two triangles will be congruent. So my dear students, these are the different test of congruence in the case of a triangle. Okay, so we learned about congruency of triangle in length and breadth. Let us summarize this. Okay, summarize means all those tests that you have studied. Here is a simple question from your textbook. In the given figure, parts of a triangle bearing identical marks are congruent. State the test and one-to-one correspondence of vertices by which the triangles in each pair are congruent. This is from your textbook. You are asked to write the test of congruence. Very simple, where you will be simply writing that the solution for this is, in the case of first case, it is this is congruent here, second is congruent here, third is congruent here. You will say that by Aas test they are congruent, and the correspondence is PQR is corresponding to UTS. This way you have to write the answer. And in the second case, what is sitting here, this is congruent here, where is an angle, this is another angle congruent, and DB is common side. So as DB is common side, because of that, that will be one of the side included. So we will say angle, side, angle. So we will say by Aas test they are congruent. Both these what we say DBA. If I write correspondence, we can write DBA. If you take DBA, you should take DBC. DBA, DBC. So this way you will represent the answer. Okay, that is one thing you should understand. Here is another question. In each pair of triangle in the following figures, parts indicated by identical marks are congruent. Good. A test of congruence of triangle is given below in each figure. Test of congruence दिया गया है. फिर पूछा क्या है? State the additional information which is necessary to show that the triangles are congruent by the given test. With this additional information, state the one-to-one correspondence in which the triangles will be congruent. अभी आपको टेस्ट दिया है लेकिन उसके लिए इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं दिया. कौन सा इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए पूछ रहे हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल द टेस्ट गिवन ओवर हियर इन दिस केस इज hypotenuse side test. Correct? So hypotenuse is this, because this is a right angle, but hypotenuse is not given. Right? So the additional information required is, additional information आपको ये देना चाहिए, MN is congruent to MN is congruent to DF is given. Correct? What is not given is, and angle M is congruent to angle D is equal to 90 degree given. आपके लिए मैं लिख रहा हूँ. But what is not given is us. What is not given is, this is the answer. What is given, not given is side LN, which is the hypotenuse. Which is the hypotenuse. Congruent to side EF. Side EF, which is the hypotenuse again, not given. This is the answer. Hypotenuse side test के लिए जो hypotenuse का congruency चाहिए वो दिया नहीं. But is here in this case the test is ASA. ASA. Okay. ASA. So here the correspondence is in such a way that LMN is in correspondence with EDF. Okay, coming to this, the other one, second one. State one-to-one correspondence with the. What is given here? These are congruent. Angle BCA and angle DAC are congruent. Side CA is common, no problem. But we need additional information necessary is this one and this one are congruent हमको चाहिए. So we will write the additional information required is angle DCA congruent to angle BAC not given. अगर वो दिया गया तो हम उसका करस्पॉन्डेंस लिखेंगे. What is it? DCA is correspondence with BAC. ये हम लिखेंगे. तो हमको क्या दिया नहीं ये पूछ रहे हैं. इसमें DAC congruent to BAC दिया नहीं है, इसमें hypotenuse दिया नहीं है, congruent दिया नहीं. ऐसा भी क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते, क्या दिया नहीं पूछ रहे. समथिंग इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन, आंसर देके क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे. दैट्स अ गुड आइडिया इन मैथमेटिक्स. Answer is given, asking how the question should be or what is missing in the question. Good. Chalo. So my dear students, this is a copy from your textbook where you studied about SAS test, SSS test, ASA test, AAS test, hypotenuse side test. All these tests are now known to you. You have to apply this in order to solve the problems given in the textbook 13.2. Take time, be very patient, be very perfect, but do it yourself, as I always say. Otherwise, you will not be in a position to go ahead yourself. Okay. Now, when we think about different type of test, SAS test given here, SSS test, ASA test, AAS test. Yeah, otherwise it is also known as SAA test, hypotenuse side test. What is the possibility of ASS test? There is a question like that in mind. या SSA टेस्ट, क्योंकि हम AAS टेस्ट दिया तो SSA टेस्ट क्यों नहीं है? Two angle and the side. So two side and angle test possible? Not possible. It can be proved. It can be proved. I will try to do. This is extra information or more information that to say that such a test is not possible. Draw a line, very small line of 6 centimeter, and I am going to draw an angle here. Let it be around 40 degree, for example. I can draw a line through here. This is 40 degree angle, suppose. Now I am going to take the compass and trying to draw an arc here. Is it possible? Okay. Okay. I am drawing a arc here. Look. Now what this distance shown here? 2.6 centimeter. Look here. So I am having arc equal to 2.6 centimeter. Let me mark all this. This one is AB and 6 centimeter. This is 40 degree. This arc is of 2.6 centimeter. That means this distance from here to here, roughly drawing, is 2.6. This distance is also 2.6. Now if I mark C over here and D over here, think about triangle ABC. and triangle ABD. AB line segment is congruent with दूसरा triangle AB. Correct? Then BC of one triangle is congruent with the BD of other triangle. Now, angle A is congruent with angle A. So, these two are sides and this is an angle. But the triangles are not congruent. Appearance से भी मालूम है. Triangle ABC and triangle ABD are not congruent. We know that. Though they are two sides, corresponding sides they are, and one of the angle are congruent. So this particular test, what we can if said about, not mentioned anywhere, SSA or ASS does not exist. समझा? By mistake भी SSA test लिखना नहीं है. This is an extra information for you because it can be proved that it is not sure 100% possible. Okay, my dear students, thank you very much. The video is quite lengthy, I know that. You can revise the video and make yourself thorough. Thank you.
Now click on the subscription button below to subscribe the channel, then the bell button to get the notifications of the new videos. Thank you.